You know, this program was a vision of Jerry's and Carolyn's, and luckily for me, I was able to be a part of it and have the support of the courts. We had over 30 kids participate in the HAALO program last year. The 5 kids that were here every session, painting every week, are all off of probation, no longer involved with juvenile court. I don't have any research or anything, but I truly believe that giving these kids an outlet, somewhere positive to spend their time, really had a lot to do with them finding themselves and getting on track. You know, we have been so lucky to work with Scott, who just walked in. It's unbelievable with these kids, you know, if you make a mistake, it's not a mistake. We can work our way out of everything. He's not here to tell the kids what to do. This is a process, like Jerry explained. So it's just been a real honor to be a part of it, and we're really excited to keep it going. I am going to introduce Christopher. We have Christopher Wayridge here. He's known in the arts community as Edge. He is a very well-known graffiti artist who has done work all across the country and many pieces here in Dayton. He is a lifelong Dayton resident. He is married to Heather and has a beautiful baby girl, Goji Lee, over there. And he's done outreach with the East End Community Center, Kay Farrell, and just has a lot of good to talk about how art helped him. So Chris, do you want to tell us how you got started doing artwork and graffiti?
I guess skateboarding was probably the gateway activity. This has always just been an interest, just creating stuff. And just, you start off painting just wherever, whatever you can get. And after the years progressed, you started taking it more serious and realized you can make a career out of it. And, so then I got a bunch of friends, we just progressed and doing bigger murals, doing t-shirt companies, graphics for bands, anything graphic design, art, t-shirts, murals, and, it's really, you're limited by your imagination, so it's like whatever you want to think about, go ahead and go and do. So that's basically the short story.
Well, when you were doing graffiti, was illegally, obviously, was there a conscious choice that you were defacing public property, or how do graffiti artists, or how do you see that?
Yes, no, maybe. Well, it's just like, if you're given a spot to go, it's like, if you have a spot you can go and paint, and everyone's cool with it, that's fine, but if you don't have a spot, you gotta create a spot, or go someplace where people aren't going to care. There's always that element of vandalism. But at the same time, you could take a can of paint and do a line down the building or paint a beautiful mural, and it's the same difference. It's just how much time people will give you.
Well, but there's also kind of a hidden rule with graffiti artists. You guys don't tag certain places, correct?
Yeah, there's like a hierarchy of respect. Like, you'd be surprised, like in the graffiti community, of like the hierarchy of like respect, like churches, schools, people's houses, cars. We're not out to vandalize and cause destruction. That's not what it's about. It just happens that buildings happen to have nice big flat white canvases on the side of them. Like they say, that a blank wall is a blank mind. So that's try to. You would like to think. I have tons of stories of like stuff I've done illegally. Then years later, people are like, yeah, I drove by every day to work. I hate my job, but it made me feel happy that I saw this. Or it's like the little things. You gotta look into it.
So you were beautifying the city.
Yeah, to a degree.
And you said that graffiti opened your eyes to other art forms. What do you think it would have been like if you would have had somewhere like K-12 to go where you could freely express yourself?
Well, obviously, you have exposure to people doing it. It's like your mentors. I had no mentors growing up. It's just us. We didn't have internet when we were growing up, or and it's just fending for yourselves in the streets and just doing whatever you got to do. But if you have a spot where you can showcase, like, hey, you don't have to go vandalize a city. You can go talk to the building owner, develop a business plan, get your skills, and get paid to do something. Or you can say like, oh yeah, like we used to make T-shirts, to get money to buy paint. So you learn like your business skills. But we were just doing it from the floor up. If we would have had like a community program, or because like she mentioned, like with the East End community, when I was working with them, there's kids that are in high school, like where I was starting out, and they're doing great stuff already. I was like, man, if I would have had that when I was a kid, Because you don't know, it's just like if you're walking around blind in the dark, like any activity, like if you play baseball, you gotta go practice and study with people that have been playing baseball all their life, so. And then they teach you all the tricks and skills and keep you out of probation.
Yeah, exactly. So we do have a couple of kids that do the HAALO program here. What kind of message would you give to them?
Never underestimate yourself. Always move forward. You know, that's pretty much. It's always, you know, never stop learning. Continue your education every day. You know, just the basic, good things. You know, be nice to people. Smile a little bit.
Thanks, Christopher. I appreciate you sharing a little bit with us. It's just nice to see, you know, that somebody who maybe started in the art world untraditionally has now made a living of it and is, you know, known across the world. And we're really lucky to have you here in the Dayton community. So thank you very much. And he is doing some graffiti art over here. And last but not least, I have my young man here, Shantonio. And he just wanted to talk a little bit about how the HAALO program helped him and hopefully how you guys can help us continue to do this.
Hi, my name is Shantonio McIntosh, and I'm staying here today to tell my feelings about K-12 and the people that surround it. First, I really want to thank all of you that are here for your support. For about 2 years of my life, I was a kid no one could say anything to. I was in lots of trouble. I kept going to juvenile, and I was on house arrest. I was even on probation. Somehow, I wake up one morning with artistic skills. No, I didn't know a lot until I met this very famous painter named Scott Gibbs, who helped me out. So now here I am on probation, on house arrest, and even in trouble a lot, and going to K-12 Art Gallery to spend most of my time. As I start coming more and more, I get into less trouble, less problems. I get off probation. Wow, this is how K-12 helped me out. So please support us so kids like me can stay out of trouble. Thank you.
And to take some time to get some work done. And, you know, that's what it takes to succeed in this world. You just don't go out and say, okay, I want to be a judge. Not many people, I think, start out wanting to be a judge. I didn't want to go over to juvenile court when I first went there. But, you know, you got to work, and it takes a long time to get to some things. And that's the hardest thing to teach our kids as they're coming through our system. They don't really have good value systems at home. And they don't always have good support systems at home. And they don't always see any hope for themselves. And when you connect them to a project like this, and I remember Scott explaining that, you know, as they were making the paint, now they were bigger than these actually. They are 8 by 12. What are they?
These are about 90 by 104.
Good size, but about
2/3 the size.
All right, the ones that they got on the building, if you haven't seen them, you gotta go look at them. But talking about them painting week after week on one corner of that painting turned upside down. And somehow he kept them engaged and continuing to paint and growing, learning that it takes time to be successful in something. It's something that, you know, I hope to learn before I retire. But, you know, it's just a wonderful project for the kids, and all of them have stuck it out and kept coming back. Not everybody can come every day like we try to. I don't think he missed much of anything. And he continues to come back, even though he's not involved with probation at all. He's done with probation, he keeps coming back. But the ones that, you know, even if they missed a week or two or a month or two and they came back, you know, they got engaged and just kept wanting to grow. You know, I know from talking to kids every day that they don't hear much of what we say. You know, I might have 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They really haven't heard anything in the knowledge that we say. But we try to connect them with somebody who's going to spend enough time with them to try to connect them. People like Scott, people like all the people here at K-12, all the board members that give all of their time, Ricky Grill in our probation department, they're just so dedicated. You know, they don't get paid for coming down here tonight. They're here because they really care about the kids that they're working with. And it's always a proud moment to be a part of the system with a number of people who are not just working for money. Money doesn't drive our system. It pays for a lot of the workers that we have, but it doesn't drive it. We have people with master's degrees and doctorate degrees make less than $50,000 a year. Well, you don't find that in the industry. Those people are making $500,000 a year in other places. And our people are just as talented, if not more talented. And they do this and that. It's a wonderful thing. And it's a small story about one of our projects. And we do lots of them. This one's probably the one that's been neatest and the most well done in recent years. But, you know, we're doing this kind of thing every day with the kids that we reach out to. They need all of you because we don't have enough people to do it. They need people that can spend more time with them and help them grow. So, thanks for letting me come.
Just try to get small clips and stuff instead of don't big and stuff. Yeah. Keep going. That's 8 gigs on it.
We have a really fun way to give. We're really excited about it. Thanks to Nick Davis, one of our prominent board members. We're $500 closer to our total amount, which is, it's not written in Sharpie yet. Our total amount is $28,000. It's a 9-month, 10-month program. And so far, our contributors are Montgomery County Juvenile Court, the Dayton Foundation, Square One, Alter Asphalt, Deck the Walls, and Susan Kettering. I sent out a reminder to everybody via email today, and it was a very encouraging reply. Susan was the first to send back an email saying, I'll help, I only asked for $25 from each person on my email list. I said, we would be a third of the way there if everybody just gave 25. So no amount is too little. It's just not too little. Every little bit adds up to the entire picture, and we know that. So she sent us $100, and then she gave me her phone number to call her, and she said if we needed some help, you know, after we've tried a couple of fundraising events, that she would see what they could do. So that was very encouraging. So what we're doing is, for each $1,000, a group of people, and or one person, if one person were to give $1,000 tonight, they could pull off one of the master replica paintings from the wall, or choose one that they would like in the book, and have that painting dedicated to them. There would be a plaque made on the building that the painting is installed at, and it would be sponsored by Nick Davis. Okay? So, you may be wondering where the $28,000 is going. It's pretty simple. Artist and direct support is $12,000. Staff support, which means me, Carolyn, Kelly, BK, any of us that are helping to work on this behind the scenes, $6,000. Wood, paint, supplies, brushes, $4,400. Installation, you need fasteners for the backs of these panels. We may need to frame them out. We may need to put extra boards and panels on the back. The installation part is actually the most cumbersome component to the whole installation process. It's kind of hard to believe, but every mural that we've done, it's always been the installation part that is important to finish. And that's what we're here to make sure it happens, that it does come together, and that everyone can come together to celebrate the final results. So we need about $5,600 for the installation part. So that takes us to $28,000. We can do it for $28,000. We're about a little over a third of the way there. So if anyone would like to adopt a painting, sponsor a painting tonight with Carolyn, Deanna, myself, or BK. I don't know where BK is, but he's back there somewhere. Let us know and we'll help you out. If you have a painting that you love, we can find the picture of it and certainly Scott can do anything. Yes, Scott and his kids, can do anything.
You're Eric Schaefer, and you belong with?
I work for Montgomery County Juvenile Court.
Okay, and what is your opinion on the HAALO project that we're doing here?
It's just a fantastic opportunity for kids. So many times kids don't have their strengths opened up and given opportunities to succeed. And this is just another example where we can do that for kids, and it's not athletics. There's always athletics, but this is something, you know, for those kids that don't excel in that area.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah.
And you are again?
Judge Nick Kuntz, a juvenile court judge.
And we were just wanting to know what your opinion was here on the HAALO project going on today.
Oh, the HAALO project is just one of the most successful projects that we've had with the juvenile court. You know, projects are only as good as the people who are running them. And the people here have engaged our kids, some of the kids that are the most difficult to slow down and get to think through things and work over a period of time for a goal. And you know, the last year's project, they worked on it for 8 months, and those kids that stayed with it, it's just unbelievable that some of the kids that we are dealing with can do that. And it's been a wonderful project, and you know, I wish we had you know, 50 of them around the community, because we've got 1,000 kids that need this kind of thing. But you know, every one we save saves the community a couple of $1 million in costs, if not more. So it's a wonderful project, and just neat to see the kids stay with it.
Well, we really appreciate you coming to the K-12 tonight to see what's going on.
It's a beautiful project.
We thank you very much. And you are?
I'm Gary Leitzel.
And you are?
Mayor of Dayton.
Mayor of City Dayton. And how did you enjoy tonight's?
Well, I got in a little late. I got in a little late because we had a commission meeting. So I just got here. I had on my calendar to stop by if possible. I got a personal invite from Jerry Stannard via email about a week or so ago.
What is your opinion on the HAALO project?
Jerry and I have had discussions about public art and getting it out there and basically transforming the city. And she's got my approval.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And you are?
Darlene Powell.
And you are from?
Probation Services.
Oh, great. Okay, we're trying to hit up some of the people that belong to the court system. So, we were wanting to know what your opinion was on the HAALO project.
My opinion, I think it's a wonderful project. We've been involved with this project for a number of years. Our kids can showcase their talents, and you can see another side to what kids do, as opposed to what you read or see in other places. And so it's just a great opportunity for them to showcase what they do well.
And how has it helped your department?
Well, I think that once kids start to realize their talents, they realize that there are other things that they could be doing. And so they start developing those talents and really get involved in making better choices.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
You have a good day. You are?
Etch.
Etch, and your full name is?
Christopher.
And you're an artist?
Yes. I am an artist, and I specialize in aerosol art and large murals and graphic design.
And what are your guys' opinion of the HAALO project going on here today?
I think it's a really good opportunity, especially for kids. And you know, like we were mentioning, you know, I wish we had programs like this when I was around. And I think it's a good opportunity for kids to have a place to come and, you know, do what they got to do.
And you are?
I am Scott Gibbs.
I'd like to interview you for the K-12 gallery for the HAALO project, if you don't mind.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
And you're the main artist for the HAALO project?
I am the lead artist, yes.
Lead artist. And what is your opinion on the HAALO project that's going on here?
The HAALO project, I was actually approached to find out if I would like to do a program with painting with children in probationary circumstances. You know, they've gotten in trouble. Something had happened to where they're now being looked after. And I thought that might be a fresh opportunity, since I look at paintings as being not knowing what you're doing until you start doing it. I figured bringing kids in that think they know what they're doing, it would be good to expose them to a project where you're not supposed to know something.
Gets their minds off of other things?
I think so.
Teaches them something?
Yeah, it keeps they actually keep me off the street. I'm not sure if I keep them off the street so much. So.
Thank you, Scott.
You're very welcome.
And you are?
I'm Jerry Stannard,
And you belong to the K-12, and you are the coordinator for the K-12?
founder and executive director.
For the K-12. And we were just wanting to know what your opinion was on the HAALO project going on here tonight.
Oh my gosh, HAALO's awesome. It doesn't get any better. We're keeping kids who have gotten into serious trouble off the streets, and we're giving them something to feel good about.
And you've had great success in the past?
We have. Please drive along 3rd Street, East 3rd Street in Sears.
Is this your first year?
This is our second year.
Second year?
In hosting a HAALO program, helping adolescents achieve lifelong objectives.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.